BoDean 52, how are you folks? Hope you are well. I'm sure that by now there's a few of you that have said, I'm sick of hearing about the 2024 Road Glides. Jeez, enough already. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to tell you two things today that I don't like about this motorcycle. So it was last week or maybe the week before that I did a video on people that were talking bad about the 2024 Road Glides, in my mind, because they were sick of hearing them. They didn't want to get one. I don't know what their reasoning for it was, nor do I necessarily really care, but I would agree that it seems like everybody in the world is getting, okay, that's exaggerating, BoDean 52. A lot of people are getting the 2024 Road Glides. I actually had a comment on my channel that said, what is Harley Davidson doing with all you big YouTubers? Are they giving you bikes? And after laughing at that, because they don't give anybody bikes unless you're giving them away, I am not a big YouTuber where Harley is going to give me a motorcycle. I can guarantee you that. But there are a couple things that make me wonder, like that guy sitting at a booth to go into the state park and there's like nobody in it. I wanted to stop. I should have stopped and interviewed him. That would have been great. Focus, BoDean, focus. All right. So there are a couple things that, hate is a strong word because that's not true, that I don't like as much about this motorcycle. One of them is riding on this road is not one of those two. But so if you have a Road Glide, and I'm comparing this to really a Street Glide, maybe a Road King or something like that, you will know that the dash infotainment system is a ways away from you. When I had an Ultra Limited and a Street Glide before, and I will tell you that it took a little bit to get used to when I went to the Road Glide. When I came over to the A-Team, I'm just kidding, relax. But it is a way away from you, which is no big deal, because after a while you get so used to doing the controls here that it's like, why did I ever reach before? It's probably unsafe. Right now, the 2024, the controls are different, so you're gonna have to get a little bit used to that. But it's a 2 or 3 ride thing. It really is not that big of a deal at all. But one of the things that I don't like, and first of all, I prefer to listen to music when I'm riding, especially on long trips or on the interstate if I have to do that. I prefer to listen in my helmet. I have a cardio system that I use to communicate with other riders, as well as I use it to listen to music. I'll leave a link to that. By the way, everything that I use on my bike, I always have links to those in case you have any interest in looking at some of that stuff. You can know where to go ahead and get it. But the one thing that drives me crazy on this bike is the volume control for the radio is here. It's right here. There's a little joystick. You can move it up and down, or you can hit this up and down button. It controls the volume. But I am telling you what, every time I go to move the radio, watch what happens. I go like this, and I always grab the throttle. So you can tell when I'm changing the radio, because every time I grab it or I try to move the radio, it's just natural, unless you have, like, you know, banana thumbs. It is difficult to not just give it a little throttle when you're changing the volume. And I guess that kind of makes sense now that I think about it. If you want to listen to some more rock, you know, I happen to be a rock guy. I grew up as a teenager in the 80s in Michigan, so I'm a rocker at heart. But it just doesn't drive me crazy that I can't turn the radio without speeding up 10 miles an hour. It's just one of those things. The second thing is, So this is a 117, and I will tell you, still under 1,000 miles. Actually, I'm just about 400 miles yet. So I haven't had a lot of time on the seat yet. So still being careful with it, and I do love the sport mode. I've been careful and not in it because regardless, some people think break-in's really 1,000, some people 500, some people think it's 50. Regardless, I'm not an engine guy. I'm going to kind of stick with what Harley says, which is 500 miles. So that means in 102 miles I'm going to be doing burnouts. But the air intake on this thing, again, it's a 117. It's fugly. There's no other way to say it. It is ugly. Now, maybe it's not as ugly because it's a blacked out bike. It's the first blacked out bike I've ever had. And but I'll tell you what, it is not attractive in my mind. I don't like those big other ones either because they get in the way, but it's ugly. I mean, it's hellishly ugly, actually. And I'm gonna have to change it out, but my understanding is right now they have you know, obviously if you're gonna start playing with the air in addition to the exhaust and some other stuff, you need to tune it. I don't believe there's any tuners out yet. So I think that the control for the radio is a little bit annoying. I'm getting used to it. I may have to have thumb surgery at some point, or just keep listening to BoDean. Maybe you just keep listening to your helmet, dude. Maybe that would make more sense. And then this big old Catracity or whatever the heck it is, 117 air intake, just doesn't seem to match the bike. So we're gonna have to find something a little bit better to even get more intake or more air into the bike, because of course I need more air so I can go faster. That makes a lot of sense. So maybe that's a little bit more attractive than that. So those are two things, probably trivial to you, right? Not the chickens. Do you see those chickens? Do you have chickens? Do you have any farm animals at your house? My wife, God bless her, is a southern gal, and if I said, let's move out in the country and get some chickens and goats, she'd be like, let's go, dude, let's go. I'm telling you, she would. But let me tell you, those two things come out, and those are little things, right? And people are sick of hearing it. So I'm going to give you some more things to kind of help you feel a little bit better about not liking the 2024 Road Glide. Oh, no, I'm not. There is nothing else. Those things are trivial crap. Big deal. Yeah, it looks a little crazy, but I can fix that. You know, I can listen to the radio a different way and get my thumb, you know, I can be a little smarter. Other than that, there's nothing else. I can't make a top 3 reasons I hate this Road Glide, or the top 4 things that I wish they did different, or the top reasons that it's don't buy it. There's just nothing. I got nothing. It's a great bike. If you're looking for a bike, you really should consider this bike. Go out and ride it. Go to the dealership or wherever you're going to get your bike and ride it. Until then, really, you don't know, because it is, other than the frame, so totally different than the previous bikes. And if it wasn't, I'd still be on Dutch's, my 2021 Road Glide Limited. It's being rode around town by some guy I don't even know, which is a problem, by the way. So if you haven't ridden one, I'll tell you what, you are probably missing something. But be prepared. If you're going to go ride one, you may go home with it. Thanks for checking in, folks. Hey, there's been a ton of new influx to the channel of new subscribers and viewers. I appreciate that. If you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. If you would like to subscribe, we would love to have you join the craziness of the BoDean 52 family. If not, that's okay. Keep checking out some videos, and hopefully you'll want to join at some point, but that's okay. I appreciate you taking time today. You all be safe out there. Checking a friend. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.